Hello to myself and everybody else. This is video 26. So far for this, continuing to look at the music from Bison Milk Story 3. And this time I'm going to look at the music for Stage 3 and the one for Stage 4. I'm not going to look at the boss yet. I'll look at the boss next time. But for now, this is the music for Stage 3. Well, I'll just specify. This is the music for the fire stage, which is Stage 3. So you just hear another variation of this. Okay, so far for this kind of reminds me that during Story 3, when I was making this, basically I ended up like just taking a while to make the game. I was working on it, but it took me a while to finish it. And when I finished this, I had maybe like 2 weeks, no, I had like a week left of summer break. So because of that, I just kind of like rushed, because the music was like the last thing I did, so I kind of rushed through making the music and everything. So with that, it took me a second to make this, but I was still like kind of rushing through, just trying to make a bunch of music and everything, and a lot of stuff like that. Just sound like I'm making excuses, but just kind of a thing to remind myself, here's what was going down when I was making this. But yeah, with this is the fire stage, and the main thing with this was, one, I remembered how terrible the music was for the first fire stage in Story 1. Story 2, pretty much better. Story 3, with this, I at the very least, again, felt like I did pretty good with the bass. Again, at least tried something with that too. Still tried for like the alarm kind of sound. And for the melody. Yeah, definitely hearing this one right here, I could tell I really had no idea like of what to do. I had no thoughts on my mind or anything to make for this. Especially me starting off with the bass stuff kind of first. Like, I definitely made the bass first, then try to make the melody afterwards. Just kind of putting something down to kind of try to sound decent with it, but I really had nothing in my mind to really make anything super good. So with that, just, I can definitely hear with the melody. I didn't try as super hard. I was just trying to put something down to go with it. Just hearing this, it doesn't sound perfect at all, but again, at least say the bass sounds decent with it. It does kind of sound weird with the triangle wave, because it sounds a bit more high pitched with it. Because I can just hear the high pitchedness of the triangle wave, but granted, I kind of hear it in all of them. Maybe just because with headphones on, without it, probably sounds a bit different. But basically from this, again, sounds pretty decent. I could just definitely tell with what was going on at the time. The melody was kind of an afterthought, but I at least kind of tried. The bass was the main thing. It's just, again, next time if I do something like this, I need to just try to like take my time and stuff a bit more with this, and just, try not to rush as much. In which really I'll see, well, the next things I'm going to look at, this, it would just clear a matter of I'm running out of ideas, running out of time, just trying to make something. So the next few songs, those definitely sound, you can hear I had no idea what to make. I was just putting something down. But in story 4, that's definitely when I was rushing, and you'll definitely hear that when I get to story 4. But for this right now, but basically for this main one right now and everything too, again, didn't sound too bad. Melody was an afterthought, but I was kind of rushing and I really was running out of ideas, making a bunch of songs in a row. So whole thing with that. But next time, just try to take more time and everything, so just try not to rush. The next one I'm going to play, this is for part 1 of the road stage. There's like 3 parts to this. So there's part 1, part 2, and part 3. This one is part 1. And I'll say what I have to say about it after I play it. Yeah, so far for this one, definitely the melody was an afterthought. I was trying to put something down. Basically, I was trying to go off my original thing for story 1, based on that road stage and everything and stuff too. And that one to me kind of sounds pretty good for, like, in story 1, the music there sounds pretty good, especially the bass and stuff for that. With this one, I try to kind of do something similar, so that's why the bass kind of sounds like this, but the melody definitely was an afterthought. And due to that, because I was also making part 1, 2, and 3 all at the same time, so it goes downhill from here. Especially the melody was an afterthought here, and the bass was the main thing I was making. It just gets kind of But basically, I just want to hear the melody again for this one, just. Yeah, just this one. Yeah, just try something to go with the bass, but again, when you're playing the game, it works and stuff. Like, it's not super annoying, but it's definitely not catchy. You will forget this. So I'm just going to move on to the next one. This is part 2 right here. At first, I gotta just check something. Okay, nope, was Square Wave. Still sounds terrible though, but it was Square Wave. Yeah, still sounds terrible, but a Square Wave. I was about to get mad with myself if it was a 1/8 or 1/4 pulse. I would have just lost it on myself. But the main thing with this is same thing. Focus on the bass. I at least the melody was still an afterthought, but at least I made the melody I want to say a little bit longer compared to the other one. The main thing, if I had to say though, that's like the huge difference with it is with story 1, I'm going to go back to that, or not story 1, sorry. With part 1 in story 3 of the road stage. Hold on, my mouse is kind of messing up. Right. So far for that, if I play just the bass of like part 1 of the road stage. And then just play the bass of part 2. Basically, as I went forward with it, I tried to make the bass sound a bit more intense. Like more stuff is happening. Yeah, when I get to story 3, that kind of goes out the window a little bit. But again, I'll get to that in a very second. Just the main thing is the melody. At least I tried to extend that a bit more in part 2. And everything. The bass, at least I made it sound a bit more intense. I just still hate this part right here, like these two. I don't know why it sounds so bad there. I just literally just was trying to put something down. I was trying to make like 3 songs at once, so there's that. But so far, I'll go ahead and go to story 3, or sorry, road stage part 3 for story 3. A lot to say there. I'll go ahead and just play that real quick. Okay, and that was part 3. Just at least bass, tone wise of the bass, it fits the theme a bit because it does get kind of ridiculous around part 3 of this. It gets kind of ridiculous. So it's just going back to the other ones real quick, where part 1 just sounds like and then part 2 and then again going back to part 3. Yeah, it just sounds way more ridiculous than the other two. Because the first one, like I said, something happened. Second one, a bit more intense. Third one, it does get ridiculous. So the bass does kind of fit that and everything. But definitely, if I had to say, the melody for this, I have no excuse for this. It was just bad. It was just really bad. Just... yeah, there was no excuse specifically for the yellow part. No excuse for this like shrill sound. None whatsoever. Just it was bad. And for this one, same thing. Does not sound good whatsoever. It just I was actively making all three songs at the exact same time. And it wasn't just, oh, I was making one, finished it, made two, finished it, made three. No, I was literally like, okay, make bass for one. Okay, this sounds okay. Make bass for two. Sounds okay. Make bass for three. And then it's like, okay, make melody for one, two, and three. Now just hear how they sound. And yeah, I really should stop doing that. I need to make one, finish it, then move on. I just need to do that. But like I said again, I was trying to like rush before time ran out because I did not have that much time left. So we're trying to hurry up and get this done. So yeah, that's what I get for just rushing through this because the melody just sounds terrible. Bass wise, at least works. Sounds ridiculous, but it does work for what I needed. So there's that. But yeah, just for these, that's all I'm really going to say on it. Just don't rush next time. Finish a song before you work on another one. And try to make the melody not sound shrill and terrible. But to myself and everybody else, see you in the next one.